I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a project with some of the stir sticks. I have quite a few ideas with the stir sticks, and this is one of them. So everybody has been going crazy about this bead grass. I have always loved this stuff. This is one of my favorite things. So this is the bead grass. Now I buy it from my wholesaler, and I will say, if you're going to make and sell things like this, buying from a wholesaler is the way to go. But we're going to use those with our paint stick. So let's get started. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to make a cross with these. Okay, so it's pretty easy to make a cross shape. So these are equal lengths. Now you could cut them off a little bit if you want. This wood is pretty thin, but I'm just going to keep them together. But I'm going to mark where the midway point is. It's about 10.5. So this is the midpoint. These are about 1 inch. So I'm going to do between 10 and 11. Okay, so these are 21-inch ones. So these are longer. Okay, so you could do it more towards the top. You could do it more towards the middle, really kind of any way you want it to look. There's no right or wrong. See, having my marks on there allows me to keep it where I want it to go. I'm going to use some stick fast to put it down. Okay. This is a lot like super glue, but even better. And it works super well on wood. All right, so I think I want maybe a little bit. Okay, so we're going to let that dry for a minute. Just want to make sure it didn't get on the bottom. It did not. Whoop. Okay, so what I can do to make sure it's going to stay in place is I have clips in here. Okay, and I'm going to clip it. Okay, from both sides, there, like that. And then I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. Okay, and while that's sitting for a few minutes, I'm going to kind of take these out, and I'll tell you there's a difference. These are just longer. They're the same bead grass. These are the longer ones, and these are the shorter ones. So I kind of want to put the longer ones kind of out like this, and then the shorter ones as we get closer to the center. All right, so you can see how much is in these. Now what's great with this project, okay, I do want to spread everything out, is that I'm really not going to have to cut a bunch of things. Okay, so you could do this project and then you could change it out later just by taking these off. The smaller ones is CS14646, and the longer ones is CS14700G. Now, I've always heard them called bead grass. Some people call them button fern. I like bead grass, just kind of the way I would like to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach these on here and just make a really pretty cross. I am going to cut some of this off just because we don't need all of this. Okay, so you can see there's little marks in there that you can use to determine where to cut it. I'm going to cut it not quite the last one, but close. Okay, so this is the shorter one. So you can see it's the same. It's just they're not as longer. Okay. Same thing. I'm going to cut it about right there. All right. Let's see if this is on there. This should be pretty good. Yep. Okay. That is nice and sturdy. So I did glue it so that there's less of a top than the bottom, so kind of up towards the top. So we'll be putting a hanger up here. All right, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start out here, and I'm going to attach this with zip ties. You can use smaller zip ties or longer zip ties, whatever is more kind of comfortable for you. I'm going to use these. These are about 8-inch long. First thing I'm going to do is just give this a little extra support. Okay. Alrighty. Now it shouldn't come off because we did glue it with that stick fast. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a little extra support just to make me feel better. There we go. Alrighty. This is going to be a quick and easy project. Alright, so we just take our bead grass, and what I'm going to do is kind of take the one that's in the back, and I'm going to zip tie that down because I want to make sure it's not going to move from where I want it to go. So I kind of move some of the grass. I'm going to kind of do it right about where that little indentation is. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's just going to keep it from moving off of our stick here. And then I'm going to take another zip tie, and I'm going to tie down in here. Okay, I kind of pull the zip tie off to the side, trim it. Okay, and then I can kind of pull it up a little bit. There we go. All right, so we want to kind of spread that out a little. Look how cute that is already. Now, if you find that this is getting heavy, there's a few options you have. You can put another set in the back to give it some strength, or you can use the poster board. That will also work. Okay, so see the shorter ones, I want to put kind of more towards the middle. Okay, so let's do this one, and then we're going to do the other side. This is a super simple project. And just using the paint sticks just saves you a little money. All right, so we want to take our longer one. Okay, so you'll end up needing 4 of the longer ones. All right, make sure you spread everything out. You can kind of shake it a little to get it to kind of go where you want. All right, so about right here, I will zip tie this one down. So I'm just coming down a couple inches. Okay, then we move the whole thing on. All right. Whoop, I forgot to trim it off. Okay. Alrighty. And then another zip tie. So this will keep them in place, and the best thing is that when you're done with this, you can just pop these off and use them in another project. So that's why I really like doing that. Now these, you can push them up and pull them down so that you can get them where you want them. All right, let's trim this one off. Okay. We're gonna do it about right here. So there'll be stuff in the middle, but I'm going to show you what you're going to do with that. Okay. There we go. Look how cute that is already. All right, so we need one long one for here and one long one for here. So always spread them out. I do tend to kind of shake it a little bit just to kind of get any of them loosened. Trim it off. Okay. Then we'll pick one piece for the back. Okay. Zip tie it right where that little curve is. All right. Put these on. Okay, zip tie this. See that? Okay, one of the shorter ones. Alrighty, like this. Okay. So to remember, don't worry about this center too much because we're going to put something there. Okay. You can also paint this green if you're worried about it showing. Don't really think it's going to be a huge problem, but you do have that option. Now you can see we already have our cross shape. Okay. Now for the center, you have multiple options. You can put more in, okay, and really spread it and get way more in there. So really kind of pack it in there. You can have less. You can put some styrofoam right in the middle and do some flowers, or you can use a bow. Put some sweet little flowers in the middle. See how pretty that is? If you can't find the bead grass, you can do the same thing with ferns. Now this is a fern bush that has different kinds in it, but you can see you can do the same thing with these, so it doesn't have to be the bead grass. I want to make a bow to go in the center, so we're going to do a bow. So you could definitely do something Easter related. You could just do general, so you could do something just kind of every day, or you could do something that is Eastery. There's lots of different options. I actually think I want to do this one, but this is super pretty as well. So I'm just going to dovetail it by lifting it up and cutting at an angle towards the edge, that wired edge. This is a patterned ribbon. So generally when I have a patterned ribbon, I will do it either by hand or I'll flip it in the bow maker. We're going to just do it by hand. So we're just going to pinch the tail. So we have about a 12-inch tail. And all you're going to do is you can go from the 0 to the 12, pinch them, pull it behind, just like that. This is the easiest way to make a hand bow. Then again, from the 12 to the 0, pinch both sides, pull it behind. See, now you have the meeting in the center. And as you can see, the bunnies are the same. Okay, so right up to that 12. Okay. You don't have to arrange it right now. Just get them together. I don't often do these by hand, just because my hands tend to hurt, but you can do them. Once it starts to get heavy, put it in between your finger and your thumb. Okay, right like that. Then we just keep going. So pinch, and the ribbon's going to tell you which way it needs to go, okay? Just keep going. See how you just go underneath? You'll be able to tell. The ribbon will show you the way. Okay, like that. Pinch, just pull it underneath, just like that. Okay. All right, so these are 6-inch loops. There we go. Now we can just take this and put it right in our bow maker. Okay, you can see all of our bunnies are going in the same direction. We've got our tail here. Now, if you want to do it in the bow maker, after you've made your loop, you just pick it up and twist it to get the bunnies all going the same direction. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this pink in it. I think this is so pretty. Okay. All right, we're going to do 6-inch again. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to do one more loop with the bunnies. Okay. Now we'll do that one by hand as well. So 12-inch, you just pinch. Okay. Then go from the 12 to the 0, pinch, bring it together behind the bow. No twisting. Again, right across. Okay, see how our bunnies are all going in the same direction? Okay. I'm just going to put that right on top. All right. Okay, then I'm going to grab a zip tie, put it under one side. Go ahead, get it started, pull it out. Okay, and I'm going to hold one side and slide this around. So you want to make sure that your pieces are going to stay where the bow maker indented them, or your hands, whichever it is. I can kind of adjust the bow a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put another zip tie in the back. Just like that. Pull it tight. Trim this off. Okay, since I didn't really twist a lot, I don't have to do a whole lot to fluff this, just the pink ones. But I will still kind of pull on them and put my hands in there and really fluff it up. Okay. Right, so what you're doing is you're putting your hands in there and spreading them out. And that helps fluff it really nicely. Make sure everything is dovetailed. All right, now I want to put this in the middle. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure I know where the top is. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to go around the back and right in the middle. I'm going to tie it. That. Okay. All right, now kind of refluff it. There we go. I can even put a little flower in the center. I think this little pink one would be cute. All right, so I'm just going to take it off of the stem. All right, get some glue on it, and just right in the middle it goes. Oh, look how cute that is. All right, now let's flip this over. We're going to need to put a hanger on it. So you have a few options for the hanger. You can use a drill and drill little holes in it. You can use staples. You can use an adhesive zip tie mount. I would be careful with that if you live in the South. Pipe cleaner out. Okay, and I'm actually going to staple it. Okay. Like that. There we go. Then I'll just kind of fold that up. So see, I left a little tab. And then I can make a hanger. All right, now for the back of this, it's really easy if you want to cover it, just to use a little felt. Just put some felt on there. I'll also put a little bit of glue across this to keep that in place. Okay. All right, let's take a look at it. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Look how easy that was. That was so easy to do. All right, so I did it with the least amount of greenery possible. So it has 8. It has 4 long and 4 short. If you want it to be fuller, you can just add more on. But I wanted to do it with the least amount possible, just so you could see, you know, how much you can get away with doing. Okay. All right. I think this is fun. See, there's our hanger. All right. This looks great. This is so cute. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you know when we're going live and when we're going to be putting up new content. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.